Kashi.
River Health Assessment to Restoration. This is the second international conference organized by the Department of Civil Engineering in the series. And to introduce its various aspects, I invite the convener of this program, Professor Prabhat Kumar Singh, to please introduce the program. Okay, yeah. And before that, we have a tradition of garlanding the bust of our revered Pandit Madan Mohan Mahamanaji. I request all the dignitaries to please come forward and garland the bust. So with this, we formally begin the inaugural session. And to introduce about the topic, that is river health assessment to restoration, which I said is the second international conference in the series, I request the convener of this conference, Professor Prabhat Kumar Singh, to introduce about it.
Honorable
Chief Guest of today's function, Honorable Director, IIT BHU, our Dean, R&D, Professor Rajiv Prakash sir, and all dignitaries. My happy privilege to introduce about this second international conference on river health assessment to restoration. Someone presenting the slides, please. Basically, the journey started with preparation of Ganga River Basin Management Plan, GBRMP 2015, where IIT BHU was also a part of this national mission. And in that Ganga River Basin Management Plan, River Ganga was accepted as an ecological entity. And from there, it talked about river health. And in 2016, India River Week presented a river health assessment methodology. So, keeping pace with that, we started working at IIT BHU on river health. A healthy person is one who can sustain its own function, and a happy person is one who can give something to the society. So instead of talking of river pollution, we have to change the vocabulary. We have to make our rivers healthy. Rivers are never polluted. Rivers may be sick today because of anthropogenic actions. So we started talking in terms of river health. And in 2018, from IIT BHU, Singh and Saxena, I'm a part of that, we talked about River Health Index, and it was published in a very reputed journal. Then in 2019, when IIT BHU was celebrating its centenary year, from Department of Civil Engineering, we conceived it as an idea for 100 years vision of our department and IIT BHU and BHU to make our systems, our river systems healthy and happy. So river health assessment to restoration was conceived as our centenary vision. Next slide, please. And for this 2021, we feel being at Varanasi, Ganga is revered the most at Varanasi. And our Kulgeet of Banaras Hindu University, echoes that. Suram mein dhara ye Varuna and Assi, nahaye jisme Kabir Tulsi. When we talk about river Ganga at Varanasi, we cannot forget Varuna and Assi. That makes our Varanasi, the cultural heritage of Varanasi. So when we are talking about river health, we thought it very proper and appropriate for us to take it as a challenge, and we started talking on tributaries of river Ganga. So this year's theme we have taken as rivers Varuna and Assi, which forms the core of this city of Varanasi, where from Indian culture thrives. Entire humanity, our contribution towards humanity is there. So for this RHAR 2021, we have taken rivers Varuna and Assi as a focal point of discussion, and we have invited experts from all across the world to help us and guide us what should be the practical line of action so that we can regain the glories of these rivers. Next slide, please. And in this 2 days conference, we have a structure. Broadly, we have conceived that in the first part of this day today, we will have inaugural function and keynote addresses before the lunch. And then in the second half of 3 hours, starting from 2:30, we will dedicate the entire half day on discussing various aspects, challenges and options with us, how we can understand and reach to the desired level of river health restoration for rivers Varuna. Tomorrow, we will have two halves once again. In the first half, we will discuss river Assi. All data available with us, all scenario available with us, we are going to share, and we are inviting all bright mind to guide us how to bring the restoration of river Assi's health. And in the next half, second half, we have three components. One, that we are going to summarize what we have learned, what our experts advise us on river Varuna and on river Assi. In the second part, we will be taking way forward, what it means that we are going to take at least 5 tributaries in the next 2 years, so that all our IITs and academic institutions, whatever research are required, whatever data is required, we will focus our attention on these 5 rivers. So we will include river Gomti, river Saryu, river Hindan, Rapti, and and Ram Ganga. So these 5 rivers we are going to focus based on our discussion. And in the third session, we will be talking about how our supporting institutions, including the financial institutions, how we are going to integrate our activities and support system so that we reach to our milestones or targets with the time framework. As the nation grows, so we have to deliver to the society. We have to give this confidence to the society that the academic institutions, IIT, and all these great institutions which are there, they are in the service of the nation and we can deliver the good. So, with this time framework, we will move for our cooperation, research, and delivery to the society. Thank you very much. With this, I complete. Next things we will follow as we move on in the differentiation. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Prabhat. Yes, drinking water is going to be a serious issue in days to come. This we learned from various sources. Now I welcome our director, IIT BHU, to deliver his welcome address for this conference.
Thank you, Professor Singh, Professor Brind Kumar. Honorable Chairman, UP Pollution Control Board, Shri JPS Rathore ji, Professor Harvey Piegay from CNRS, France, Miss Natasha, Counsellor of Israel Embassy, Head of Department, Civil Engineering, Professor P.K.S. Dikshit, dear colleagues, eminent professors, scientists participating in this conference from India and outside India, especially from France and Australia, dear students, I welcome you all in this second conference on river health from assessment to restoration in 2021. As Professor Dikshit and Professor Singh both said that river health assessment restoration, especially for our river Ganga, is very, very important. And we are concentrating on this from 2015 as Professor Singh narrated. But here I would like to add, before 2015, perhaps during this conference, Professor Singh will elaborate our efforts, institute efforts on this, that we are keep on working on this river as well as the two tributaries, as Professor Singh said, Varuna and Assi, both. I think from our starting in 100 years back, we took this challenge, institute took this challenge, and we are working as a part of our curriculum, as a part of our regular activities, students' activities, as well as the research activity. IIT BHU has once again taken what I'm seeing, I'm looking this conference as that we have taken once again this initiative to involve wider scientific community. As you see, eminent scientists from France, they are collaborating with us. From Australia, they are collaborating with us. And apart from this, other IITs like IIT Delhi, IIT Guwahati, IIT Gandhinagar, they are knowledge partners and collaborators with us. So this conference is not just only the discussion on this river Ganga and the tributaries, but a initiative, a start point of collaboration on this bigger challenge. As Professor Brind Kumar said, the drinking water is the biggest challenge now. So how to resolve, how to address this? Our colleagues, our collaborators from France, they are also going to discuss on similar issue what they faced few years back with their river. A similar river, River Rhone, is starting from the Alps of Switzerland, similar to our Ganga from Himalaya. And now they have restored it. They have done a wonderful job. So this conference will also give opportunity to learn that how they did and what we have to do. So once again, I congratulate Professor P.K.S. Dikshit, Head of Department Civil Engineering and Coordinator Professor Singh, and colleagues Shri and Professor Brind Kumar to organize this conference. And this is the right time that we are addressing this. When our Honorable Prime Minister, he himself is keen to how soon we can get out from the problems of our rivers. And this is the right time when we are once again is starting this with a bigger collaboration involving the knowledge and the scientific community of not only country, from outside the country also. So thank you once again to all of you that you have chosen this topic, which is most important at this moment. And thanks a lot for our colleagues, our eminent professors and scientists who are joining this program and going to deliver keynote talks and their views about this most important and crucial issue during the 2 days of this conference. I wish all the success, very successful discussion, very successful deliverables, very successful collaborations out of this conference. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director, sir. And now is the time to listen to a few important keynote addresses. And the first one, sir? Yeah, the first one will be delivered by Professor Harvey Piegay. He is Research Director
to participate to this inaugural session.
Professor Harvey, his research area is fluvial geomorphology, sedimentation, bedload transport, contemporary channel changes, riparian landscapes, environmental perception, GIS, and remote sensing. And he has published more than 80 papers in peer-reviewed journals, and he has several awards to his credit. With such an eminent keynote speaker, we feel privileged and proud about it. I have to mention that Professor Harvey presently is traveling, so we will be watching his video. I request his video to be played.
Good morning, everybody. It is a real honor to participate to this inaugural session on river health assessment to restoration. So I am Hervé Piegay. I'm research director at the National Center of the Scientific Research in France. I have had the opportunity to participate to the first River Health Conference in 2019 19 in Varanasi. And from this conference, I learned a lot. I know that river health is really a critical issue on the Ganga River, and the scientific community is really engaged to improve this river health. And the scientific community, but also the authority within the National Mission for Clean Ganga. I know that they developed and they are developing a very ambitious and integrated program to improve existing conditions. So with our new international research program between India and France, and it began in last January this year. It's funded by CNRS and the other partner, and it engaged several IIT Indian Institute of Technology, and it's led by IIT Varanasi and the group of Shri, Anurag Ori, and the Professor Singh. So I really hope we will be able to contribute to this effort, to learn also from your experience, and to be successful with what Professor Singh is engaged on the development of a long-term observatory to monitor the improvement and to demonstrate that all the efforts which are done on the Ganga are successful. So I'm very happy to be here, and I wish you all a very good conference. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Piegay. We have another learned keynote speaker, Natasha Zangin. She is economic counselor and head of economic and commercial mission, Embassy of Israel in Delhi. Ms. Natasha has joined the Ministry of Economy and Industry in Israel in 2017 and has worked in the Trade Policy and Trade Agreements Department, focusing on trade in services and investments. She has been involved in Israel's trade agreements negotiations with multiple countries, including India, Vietnam, and China. Prior to joining the ministry, Ms. Natasha worked in the private high-tech sector, leading to analytics team in Israel and Europe. Natasha holds degree in accounting and international relations, diverse experiences in Israel Tax Authority, mobile services, and in marketing and advertising. So I request Ms. Natasha to begin her address.
Hello and namaste. My name is Natasha Zangin, and I head the Economic Mission at the Embassy of Israel in New Delhi. It's my pleasure to be one of the speakers here today, although it's a pre-recorded virtual mode, and present from the bird's eye view the Israeli water ecosystem. Water, although not always perceived as such, is not a limitless source. Water scarcity will soon become reality we need to deal with in our daily life, if not already, unfortunately. Given that, I think events of this sort addressing water issues are tremendously important. So thank you, the Indian Institute of Technology, Varanasi Hindu University, and 2030 WRG for taking the initiative on the same. Like many countries in the Middle East and North Africa region, Israel faces a variety of water-related challenges, including growing demand, urbanization, and climate change. Faced with these challenges, Israel made long-term investments in technology that have paid off in the form of a dynamic, export-oriented water sector. Besides the reality, the starting point of Israel was actually not so great to start with. 60% of the country is desert. Severe droughts are common, minimal to non-natural water resources, and low average recharge from rainfall. So something had to be done. The first one to actually address the water scarcity of Israel and make lemonade out of it, was the first Prime Minister Ben-Gurion, which has said the term "making the desert bloom." And indeed today, most of the population living in the desert in Israel are making a living from the agricultural sector, which is of course a very water-intensive one. Israel has been forced to put water management on top of the agenda and coordinate its national efforts ever since its early days. The approach to tackle this challenge was a rather holistic one, leaning on few key factors: educated society, water as public property, and management planning of water. From the education point of view, and I remember that myself as a kid growing up in Israel, every child brought up in Israel is well aware of the water issue. The water is scarce and hence should be very mindful once using it. Media campaigns to increase awareness for that were pumped to the citizens and brought the matter on the daily agenda. From the government perspective, the goal was to create one small centralized yet efficient water ecosystem, with innovation being the driving force of it. Few facts about Israel's water ecosystem. Israel has one regulator which is called the Central Water Authority. It's basically an interagency body overseen by a council composed of senior representatives from the different ministries, government ministries. We have a national water carrier. We have national bulk water supplier called Mekorot. We have desalination plants. Actually, 80% of the water used in Israel, except for the agricultural purposes, are desalinated water. So for industrial and household water are mostly desalinated ones. We have wastewater treatment plants. More than 90% treated wastewater are reused for agriculture. More than 80% of Israel's wastewater is treated and reused. By comparison, the world's number two largest country in terms of wastewater use is Spain with 12%. We have local authorities providing water to the households, and we have several prominent water research institutes. We also have effective water policies that promote efficient water usage and stimulate innovation. It's important to remember that while the country's water resources are public property, water is not free of charge in Israel. That was a game changer, influencing directly the country's water management strategy. When it comes to river rejuvenation, Israel has a few projects done on that front as well. We had the Kishon River, once badly respectable for raw sewage and other industrial waste, that was restored from dead river to one where wildlife, including birds and fish, are once again present. The Erkon River, just at the outskirts of Tel Aviv, was once highly polluted river, caused mainly by industrial and storm water waste, and by the diversion of most of the river's natural supply of fresh water into the country's national water carrier. Setting not too far away a sewage treatment plant helped changing that reality. So how can India and Israel work together to rejuvenating projects of Varuna and Assi, tributaries of the river of the Ganga? I believe that the way forward should take advantage, first of all, of the mutually signed MOU on water between the two states, and to use that one as a platform of increasing the use of Israeli innovation water technologies and approach. This can be from various domains, such as IoT water management, leak detection methods, cybersecurity solutions for water management, water quality detection, increased usage of wastewater treatment, long-term holistic planning for water management, and many others. We at the Economic Mission at the Embassy of Israel, together with the Mashav and the Water Attaché, would be very happy to take this opportunity forward and to plan a long-term opportunities of the rejuvenations of the tributaries of the Ganga River. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Natasha. I just want to know whether Mr. Anil Sinha is with us.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so nice. So the next keynote speaker is Mr. Anil Sinha. I wish to introduce him to the audience. He is Senior Strategic Advisor, 2030 Water Resources Group, World Bank Group. And he is working in this capacity since July 2017 till now. He is advisor of South Asia and Global Impact Investor Network, advisor, Millennium Alliance Chairman, Strategic Advisory Board. He is retired executive of the IFC, World Bank Group. He is regional head of IFC, International Finance Corporation, from February 1992 to June 2015. He is educated in the University of Manchester from 1971 to 1974. So with such an eminent personality with us, I invite Mr. Anil Sinha to please deliver his keynote address.
Thank you very much, Ji, for that very kind introduction. Namaskar to everyone. Firstly, compliments to IIT Kanpur on this initiative and for all those that are joining this movement. Clearly, to clean the mainstream holy Ganga, you can't do that unless you have the tributaries addressed, and that's part of the new government policy also. And so hence compliments on this initiative. A few words about 2030 Water Resources Group. The Water Resources Group is a government, public, civil society platform with the rationale that to address sustainable water resources development, you need the government, public sector, academia, and civil society working together for collective action. No one particular section of society can do this alone. So we set up these multi-stakeholder platforms for collective action, and we have 2 government orders in UP for doing this, including one working on tributaries, where we're working on the Hindon. We're doing this also globally. So we welcome this initiative and to be part of this initiative going forward. Clearly, to address the issue, one has to look both at the environment flows, the e-flows, as well as the pollution aspect of it that goes with it, right up to the municipalities, and to ensure the discharge is to a certain standard. For this, one can use both the STPs, and we can also use decentralized water solutions, like we are now promoting in Saharanpur and also in Ghaziabad. Decentralized water solutions on to treating drains, which fall into the tributaries, is also an important initiative that we are championing along with the government, in addition to the sewage treatment plants. So as we go forward, what I feel that we should have a common vision through this seminar, where everyone buys into this common vision, and then have an action plan broadly, which has all the academic data in this, as well as look at how time data can be formulated. The 2030 Water Resources Group is funded by a number of donors, including the government of Israel, as well as chaired by a number of private sector enterprises. The chairman of Nestle, for example, is also behind 2030 Water Resources Group and chairs this. So you have the government and you have the private sector clearly there. And many of the people here are part of our multi-stakeholder platform who are the NGOs present there. So my sense is to have this common vision, common action, and have a common data point, which can be verifiable and acceptable to everybody, and then to work towards actions. So with that, I'll just close and hand back to the honorable facilitator, and to thank you for your initiative. And we are working together with IIT Kanpur on this as well as a number of initiatives, and will continue to be a supporter to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anil Sinha ji. I wish to make a small correction. It is IIT BHU rather than IIT Kanpur.
Oh, sorry,
So,
IIT BHU. I apologize. IIT BHU, and I think your initiative is most welcome. Thank you for that, for correction, and I apologize for my error. So please go forward with the seminar, and we are with you throughout. I happen to be from UP itself, so this is a labor of love for me to join the BHU in this initiative.
so nice of you. Okay, we have another keynote speaker who is our own alumni, and I wish to introduce him to the audience. He is Mr. J.P.S. Rathore. He is chairman of the UP Pollution Control Board, and he is also a former state BJP vice president. So, Rathore Sahab, if you are with us, I request you to please provide your keynote address.
सभी को मैं आज के इस कार्यक्रम में प्रणाम करता हूं। आज इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित आईआईटी बीएचयू के डायरेक्टर, आईआईटी बीएचयू में सिविल इंजीनियरिंग के हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट प्रोफेसर पीकेएस दीक्षित जी, मिस्टर अनिल सिन्हा जी जिनका अभी हम सुन रहे थे उद्बोधन, मिस नताशा जी इजराइल एम्बेसी से, प्रोफेसर हार्वे जी, प्रोफेसर ए.के. त्रिपाठी जी, डॉक्टर ब्रिंद कुमार जी, और जो इस कार्यक्रम का पूरा संयोजन कर रहे हैं ऐसे प्रोफेसर प्रभात कुमार सिंह जी, और इस कार्यक्रम में जुड़े हुए सभी हमारे सहयोगी मित्रों, देश के बड़े विख्यात संस्थानों से जुड़े हुए और इस क्षेत्र में अपना अमूल्य योगदान जो दे रहे हैं मित्रों, पहले तो मैं आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं आईआईटी बीएचयू को कि जिन्होंने मुझको आज के दिन इस अवसर पर यहाँ पर बोलने का अवसर दिया है, अपनी बात रखने का अवसर दिया है। जैसा हम जानते हैं कि हमारे देश की नदियां केवल नदी नहीं है, जैसे कि गंगा जी को हम कहते हैं कि गंगा केवल नदी नहीं है, और वो गाना भी है, मानो तो ये गंगा माँ है, ना मानो तो बहता पानी। तो गंगा हमारी माँ है, और गोमुख से निकलकर गंगा सागर तक किस तरीके से लहराती और बलखाती जाती गंगा जी, जाने कितने लोगों को, करोड़ों लोगों को जीवन देने का काम करती गंगा जी। और उत्तर प्रदेश में इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट ने तो एक बार ये निर्णय भी कर दिया था कि गंगा जी को और यमुना जी को एक लिविंग एंटिटी का दर्जा दिया जाए। बाद में उसको माननीय उच्चतम न्यायालय ने रोक दिया था, लेकिन सचमुच गंगा जी एक लिविंग एंटिटी है, और उससे जुड़ी हुई दो नदियां जिनकी आज चर्चा करने के लिए यहाँ पर हम बुलाए गए हैं, वरुणा और अस्सी, जिनके नाम से वाराणसी बना है। और मैं समझता हूं कि वरुणा और अस्सी दो ऐसी सहायक नदियां हैं गंगा जी की, वो गंगा जी के दो हाथ हैं, दो भुजाएं हैं, और इन दोनों हाथों से माँ गंगा वाराणसी के वासियों को पूरा आशीर्वाद देती है। लेकिन समय पर गंगा जी की क्या स्थिति हुई है हम सब लोग जानते हैं। मैं जब बनारस में पढ़ रहा था 89 से लेकर लगभग 2000 तक वहां मुझको रहना हुआ, तो वहां पर कई बार मन करता था कि गंगा जी में जाकर गोते लगाएं, नहाएं। मैं एक गांव के पास का रहने वाला, वहां भी नदी थी, तो वहां नदी में नहाना करना ये मेरी आदत पे शुमार था। तो कभी कभार मन करता था गंगा जी में नहाने का, तो गंगा जी में जिस प्रकार से उस समय गंदगी थी उसकी वजह से नहाने का से भी बचते थे। और एक बार BHU में बहुत बड़ा आंधी तूफान आया, कई पेड़ गिर गए और जो बिजली के तार थे वो गिर गए, जिसकी वजह से विद्युत व्यवस्था 2 दिन तक बाधित रही। तो मैं नहाने के लिए भी रामनगर वाला पीपे का पुल पार करके, जो अभी तो पक्का पुल बन गया, पीपे का पुल पार करके दूसरी तरफ से नहाया, क्योंकि थोड़ा बहुत नदी किनारे रहने की वजह से तैरना वरना भी आता था, तो कोई खतरा भी नहीं था। लेकिन आज उसी गंगा जी को मैं उस देश के नागरिकों को, देश के जिन लोगों ने काम किया है NMCG के माध्यम से, उनको भी बधाई देना चाहता हूँ। आज गंगा जी बहुत हद तक पवित्र और शुद्ध करने का काम किया है। गंगा जी का जो धारा है, अगर वैज्ञानिक तरीके से आप सोचें, अविरल धारा, ये धारा अगर गंगा जी की अविरल रहे तभी निर्मल रह सकती है। यानी कि जो उसका नेचुरल फ्लो है उसको अगर बाधित ना किया जाए तो बिल्कुल वो शुद्ध रहेगी। अगर उसके नेचुरल फ्लो को रोका गया, कुछ कम किया गया, तो भी उसमें अशुद्धि आ जाएगी, और उसमें कुछ ज्यादा बढ़ाया गया तो उसके टर्बुलेंस की वजह से भी अशुद्धि आ जाएगी। तो ऐसी गंगा जी को लगातार राम तेरी गंगा मैली हो गई, पापियों के पाप धोते धोते, तो इस तरीके से गंगा जी में कितनी गंदगी आई हम सब लोग जानते हैं। लेकिन आज हम सब लोगों के प्रयासों से, विशेष रूप से NMCG में नमामि गंगे प्रोजेक्ट के माध्यम से जिस तरह से काम किया है, गंगा का जल आज नहाने के योग्य नहीं, आचमन के योग्य भी बना है। और अभी लगभग 2 साल पहले हम लोग प्रयागराज में कुंभ का आयोजन किया। अद्भुत कुंभ हमारी सभ्यता संस्कृति का केंद्र बना। देश विदेश से जो लोग वहां पर आए और गंगा जी में डुबकी लगाकर अपने पापों से मुक्ति लेने का काम किया है, वो देखकर मन प्रफुल्लित होता है कि गंगा जी निश्चित रूप से अपने पुराने स्वरूप में आ रही है। हम सब लोगों की जिम्मेदारी है कि जितने भी हमारी नदियां हैं उनको हम शुद्ध रखें। आज इस देश में पॉल्यूशन और पॉपुलेशन 2 बहुत बड़े चैलेंजेस हैं, चुनौतियां हैं। अगर हम इनसे सही से निपटा नहीं तो आगे आने वाली हमारी संतति को इसका भुगतान करना पड़े। लेकिन हमारे वैज्ञानिक और तमाम देश के लोग इस ओर प्रयासरत हैं और उसमें बहुत हद तक हमने सफलता भी प्राप्त की है। जहां तक वरुणा और अस्सी की बात है, उत्तर प्रदेश पॉल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड ने भी लगभग 1.5-2 साल पहले एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाया वरुणा के लिए कि किस तरीके से वरुणा में को शुद्ध किया जाए। वरुणा लगभग 203 किलोमीटर है, प्रयागराज से शुरू होकर भदोही होते हुए वाराणसी तक आती है। तो उसके किनारे 118 इंडस्ट्रीज थी, जो जिनका कुछ न कुछ अंश वरुणा जी में जाके उसको जल को अशुद्ध करता था। उसमें से आज केवल 60 इंडस्ट्रीज चालू हालत में संचालित हैं, जिन्होंने ZLD पे कर लिया, जीरो लिक्विड डिस्चार्ज पर। इसके अलावा 29 इंडस्ट्रीज ने स्वतः बंद कर लिया, और जिन लोगों ने स्वतः नहीं बंद किया, ऐसी 29 इंडस्ट्रीज को यूपी पॉल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड ने क्लोजर ऑर्डर देकर बंद करने का काम किया। साथ ही साथ इसमें जो उसका शोधन का कार्य है, इसके लिए भी हमने एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाया है कि वरुणा में लगभग 88 MLD डिस्चार्ज जाता है। इसके लिए एक्शन प्लान बन रहा है कि किस तरीके से उसको हम शोधित करके वो जल वहां पर जाए। और 80 में कर्मदेश्वर कुंड से शुरू होकर, वो तो बनारस के भीतर ही एक नदी है जिसमें लगभग 8 किलोमीटर की दूरी है, और तमाम हमारे साकेत और कुछ ऐसे नवादा है, इंदिरा नगर है, साकेत नगर है, यहाँ से होकर ही गुजरती है। तो इसके लिए भी हमने 50 MLD का एक STP का लगा रखा है, जिसकी वजह से बहुत हद तक गंगा जी में जो गंदा पानी जा रहा था उस पर रोक लगी है। आगे आने वाले समय में भी उत्तर प्रदेश पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड लगातार इस प्रयास में रहेगा कि किस तरीके से हम गंगा जी को भी शुद्ध रखें, तमाम नदियों को शुद्ध रखें। और अगर हम चर्चा करते हैं तो बहुत सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जिसमें इंडस्ट्री ही केवल इन नदियों को गंदा नहीं करती है। जो डोमेस्टिक सीवेज है वो भी एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती है। उस चुनौती का भी सामना आने वाले समय में हमको करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये अगर हम नहीं करेंगे तो आज हम चर्चा कर रहे थे ह्यूमन हेल्थ के बारे में, उसके बाद माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी आए तो उन्होंने सॉयल हेल्थ की चर्चा की, सॉयल हेल्थ कार्ड बनवाए। आज हम चर्चा रिवर हेल्थ के बारे में कर रहे हैं। अगर रिवर हेल्थ और रिवर का स्वास्थ्य ठीक नहीं रहेगा तो निश्चित रूप से मानव का भी स्वास्थ्य ठीक नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि किसी न किसी तरीके से वो जल हमारे भीतर भी जाएगा। अगर वो अशुद्ध जल या अशुद्ध वायु हमारे भीतर गई, क्षितिजल पावक गगन समीरा पंच तत्व ये अधम शरीरा, तो पंच तत्व से बना हुआ शरीर में अगर ये कोई भी चीज अशुद्ध जाती है तो निश्चित रूप से हमारे शरीर पर उसका दुष्प्रभाव पड़ता ही है। और हम अपनी इस बात को ये कहते हुए कि जैसे इन्होंने अभी कहा कि प्रभात कुमार सिंह जी ने कि वरुणा अस्सी सुरम्भ धाराएं नहाए जिसमें कबीर तुलसी, नए नहीं है ईट पत्थर है विश्वकर्मा का कार्य सुंदर। एक वैज्ञानिक डॉक्टर शांत स्वरूप भटनागर जी ने इस विश्वविद्यालय के लिए कुलगीत लिखा। जिस समय हम पढ़ने के लिए पहुंचे थे तो मुझे इसका बहुत ज्यादा महत्व नहीं समझ पाता, लेकिन जैसे जैसे इसके भीतर घुसते चले गए तो आज मुझको लगता है कि इससे अच्छा कोई कुलगीत या गीत नहीं हो सकता है, जिसमें ऐसी ऐसी बातें उन्होंने लिखी हैं। और महामना जी के लिए कहा कि ये मालवीय जी की देशभक्ति, ये उनका साहस, ये उनकी शक्ति। निश्चित रूप से बनारस हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना में जो साहस और शक्ति का परिचय पंडित मदन मोहन मालवीय जी ने दिया है, उनका जो योगदान है अविस्मरणीय है। और ये संभव नहीं है एक इतना बड़ा महापुरुष ही उसको कर सकता है। मैं उनका भी आज प्रणाम करते हुए माननीय पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी की एक बात से अपनी बात को समाप्त करना चाहूंगा कि भारत कोई जमीन का टुकड़ा नहीं है, भारत जीता जागता राष्ट्र पुरुष है। ये बंधन की भूमि है, ये अभिनंदन की भूमि है, ये अर्पण की भूमि है, ये तर्पण की भूमि है। इसका कंकड़ कंकड़ शंकर है, बूंद बूंद गंगा जल है। हम जिएंगे तो इसके लिए, मरेंगे तो इसके लिए। इन बातों के साथ हम सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद कहते हुए और इस कॉन्फ्रेंस की सफलता के लिए अपनी शुभकामनाएं देते हुए मैं अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूं। जय हिंद, जय भारत, धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Rathore Sahab. Now, I will request the convener of this conference, this international conference, Professor Prabhat Kumar Singh, to mention certain important things about the technical sessions going to be held after this inaugural session.
Thank you, राठौर सर। आप हमारे बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी की परंपरा के पुरुष हैं और मैं हमारे इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में उत्तर प्रदेश सिंचाई विभाग के सुप्रीम अफसर श्री निरंजन साहब भी उपस्थित हैं। ये बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी सभी विद्याओं की राजधानी इसके कुलगीत का अंग है, और मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि हमारे बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी और IIT BHU के सहयोग से हम अपनी नदी, हम अपने वरुणा और अस्सी को पुनः उस गौरव पर पहुंचाने का काम करेंगे जो इसकी संस्कृति का अंश रहा है। हमारा देश विकास के रास्ते पर चल पड़ा है, और एक इंजीनियर के रूप में, एक वैज्ञानिक के रूप में हमारा जो दायित्व है, हम उसको पूरी तरह लेने के लिए तैयार हैं। प्रोफेसर KNP राजू साहब यहाँ बैठे हैं। इन्होंने अपने छात्रों के द्वारा जो 80 रिवर पर पूरा DRDO के सहयोग से रिसर्च किया है, उसके पूरे पैलियो चैनल का जो रेखांकन किया है, उन सारी चीजों के माध्यम से हम आपको आश्वासन देते हैं कि हम अपनी इस सांस्कृतिक नदियों को पुनर्जीवित और अपने जगह पर स्थापित करने का पूरा प्रयास करेंगे। आपका सहयोग हमारे लिए पूर्ण वांछित है, और अपनी तरफ से बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी की उस गौरवमयी परंपरा के तरफ से हम आपको आश्वासन देते हैं कि हम अपने कर्तव्यों में खड़ा रहेंगे। आपका सहयोग चाहिए और हम अपना सहयोग देने के लिए तैयार हैं। सिविल इंजीनियरिंग की तरफ से हमारे सारे सहयोगी आपके सभी कार्यक्रम में पूर्ण रूप से सहयोगी होने के पूर्ण तैयार भी हैं। इन शब्दों के साथ मैं आपका अभिवंदन करता हूं और आपको यह धन्यवाद देता हूं। आपने हमारे इस कार्यक्रम के लिए अपना बहुमूल्य समय निकाला, और हमारे सभी भाइयों को, हमारे सभी अफसर्स को, और जो लोग भी इस कार्यक्रम से जुड़े हैं, उनके हिम्मत को बढ़ाने के लिए अपना समय दिया। धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आगे का जो कार्यक्रम 11:30 बजे से हमारा फर्स्ट टेक्निकल सेशन शुरू होगा। उसके जो पूरे कार्यक्रम की रूपरेखा है वो श्री राजीव रंजन मिश्रा जी, डायरेक्टर जनरल NMC जी, उसके चेयरमैन हैं, और प्रोफेसर पृथ्वीश नाग साहब, who has been the vice chancellor of Kashi Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith for 2 times, and he has been the Director General of India. He will be the co-chair of the next technical session, and so we will start from 11:30 hopefully, but with the hope that the chairman or this Director General NMCG joins with us, and then we will start. And this technical session will be of 2 hours up to 1:30 before lunch. So there are a number of keynote speakers who will be talking on the importance of tributaries, how these tributaries are important in the life or in the health aspect of the mainstream rivers. So we will have with us hopefully the ex-director of NEERI, Dr. Rakesh Kumar sir, and then many eminent scientists across the world and inside the India, including Professor Tare, who has been the coordinator of Ganga River Basin Management Plan. So we will have a wonderful session in the between 11:30 to 1:30 before lunch. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Singh. Towards culmination of this inaugural function, I invite our head of department, Professor Prabhat Kumar Singh Dikshit sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected chief guest. On. Hello. Am I audible? Respected chief guest, Professor Rajiv Prakash, Director, Indian Institute of Technology, BHU. Our Guruji, Professor UK Chaudhary Sahab, our distinguished alumni, JPS Rathore, Chairman, UP Pollution Control Board, Professor Harvey, Natasha, and few which are visible over the screen, Professor Raghuvanshi, different keynote speakers, faculty member of different institutes, participants, my colleagues, and dear students. It is a great honor and privilege for me to be called upon to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion of inaugural ceremony of Second International Conference, River Health, Assessment to Restoration, RHAR 2021. Talks of the tributaries, River Varuna and Assi in the Middle Ganga Basin at IIT BHU. I'm very much thankful to Professor Piegay, our Director of IIT BHU, for giving us this opportunity to organize this RHAR. I'm also, I must express my grateful thanks to Dr. Anurag and Dr. Sisir for continuous support. Without their support, it was not possible for Professor Singh to organize this a grand success. I'm also thankful to all the participants from different institutions for coming to the IIT BHU, whether by online or offline. Earlier it was on the dash and off dash, now it is changed to online and offline to attend this event. I'm sure that the participants or we grouping together will get something which is positive for our society and for our country. I'm truly appreciate to effort put by the students and those whose hard work has made this event possible. I once again thanks everybody whose contribution and presence has made this event a successful. Thank you, everybody.
Acha. There is a request from the side of our convener, Professor Prabhat Kumar Singh, that all the participants who are there in this inaugural function to come on their videos so that we can have a collage and a photograph of it. I request all of you to please come on your videos. We have good many participants. Please, all of you, put on your videos. Thank you. And let us disperse now and get back at 11:30 a.m. sharp to start the technical session 1. Thanks one and all. Thank you very much.